I'm John Stribling. I'm representing the Biomass Thermal Energy Council here. And we're here today to get together with the Pellet Fuels Institute and the Alliance for Green Heat to talk to you about renewable heating solutions. Some basics about heating with biomass. What is biomass? Biomass, I think probably everybody in this room knows, are products in the fields and the forests that are harvested on a renewable basis that can be used in various forms to provide, in the case of what we're going to talk about, heat. So these, of course, these same fuels can also be used to provide power or as transportation fuels. We're going to talk about that trade-off between the various applications of the fuels and what makes sense in terms of national policy. I start with a picture, a very simple picture, which is just to remind us that when we look at our overall energy use as a nation, it's roughly in three big slices: heating, transportation, and electricity. And if you look at our public policy, if you talk about renewable energy, and if you go down to the halls of the Congress or the Senate, and you listen to discussions about renewable energy, more likely than not, 9 times out of 10, they're focused on transportation or electricity generation. And heating, because it's not sexy, for lack of a better description, it's not high-tech, it's not exciting new technology necessarily, to the extent that some of the others are, doesn't get the press attention, doesn't get the attention in the halls of Congress. And yet it is a third of our nation's energy challenge. This is a key slide. If you have 1 million tons of biomass, what can you do with it? And we would say to the country that there are 3 options if you're going to use it in energy. One is you use it for thermal energy on the left, where you can heat 87,000 households. Another thing, you can use that same volume of feedstock to run a power plant and provide electricity for about 73,000 households. And so on. You can use it as transportation fuel for about 29,000 households. A couple key points, again, it's very practical solutions for carbon reduction. This is an MIT study that shows we can displace 75% of the carbon emissions from a home. Homes are a tremendous source of carbon emissions, but the same is true of business. There are plenty of businesses all over the country that are heating with fossil fuels that could be heating with renewable fuels. And it's very easy to make that conversion, and that's how Europe has made such progress. We'll show you a little on that later. And again, same thing with displacing oil. You can displace twice as much oil, turning the same biomass into a heating fuel that you could make if you turned it into ethanol for transportation.
Over 35 years ago, I started this company with a passion for renewable energy. The Magnum product line is a 100% USA-built product made right here in the United States. It's very, very typical that you can save a minimum of 60% or higher on your heat bill. That's the frosting on the cake. The real meat of this matter is the fact we're helping conserve our natural resources. We're preserving energy for our grandchildren.